In a world where mice were known to scurry and squeak, there lived a little mouse who was different from the rest. He was named the Clockwork Mouse, and his name was well-deserved. You see, the Clockwork Mouse didn't squeak like other mice. Instead, when he wanted to talk, he would click and whir like a tiny little machine. And that's because he had a secret. The Clockwork Mouse had a mechanical heart. Yes, a heart made out of clockwork. Now, you might be wondering why a mouse would need a mechanical heart, or how he even got one in the first place. Well, the truth is the Clockwork Mouse didn't know either. All he knew was that he was different, and the other mice didn't want anything to do with him. They thought his clicking and whizzing was just too loud and too strange.
So the Clockwork Mouse spent most of his time alone, which made him very, very lonely.
One day, feeling particularly low, the Clockwork Mouse decided to run away from home. He packed a small bag with some cheese and set off into the big wide world. As he traveled, he met all sorts of animals, but they all told him the same thing. Get away, you noisy mouse. You and your clicking and your worry. It's driving us crazy. And so the Clockwork Mouse continued on, his little tail drooping lower and lower until he came across a beautiful garden. In the middle of the garden was a pond with water, so still it looked like a sheet of paper. Sitting on the edge of the pond was an old turtle. The Clockwork Mouse, desperate for some company, introduced himself and said, "Hi, I'm the Clockwork Mouse. Can I sit here, please?" The old turtle didn't answer right away. She just stared at the Clockwork Mouse with her big, wise eyes. Then she finally spoke in a voice as slow and steady as her blinking. "Why are you so sad, little mouse?" The Clockwork Mouse poured out his heart to the wise turtle, telling her about his mechanical heart and how it made him different and how he was lonely. When he was done talking, the old turtle spoke. "Little mouse, what you have inside you is not a curse, but a blessing. You just need to find someone who understands." Then, as if she had known all along, the old turtle asked, "Do you like cheese?" The Clockwork Mouse nodded his head so hard, his whiskers fell off. "Then come with me," said the old turtle, and she slowly waddled toward a burrow at the edge of the garden. Inside the burrow lived a family of field mice, and when the old turtle told them about the Clockwork Mouse and his mechanical heart, they didn't run away screaming. Instead, they welcomed him with open arms, or should I say whiskers. Turns out, they had been looking for someone just like him. You see, the thing about field mice is they don't squeak either. They click and whiz, and altogether they make a sound like a tiny little machine. The Clockwork Mouse was so happy to have found a family who understood him. He spent his days playing with his new friends and his nights sleeping in a cozy nest of hay. The Clockwork Mouse was finally home. And so our tale ends with a lesson about friendship. Sometimes, all it takes is one friend to make a difference. Just remember, your differences don't make you weird or strange or a monster. They make you you. And there's no one else like you in this whole wide world. So, celebrate what makes you you. Because it just might make someone else's heart go clickety, clack, clack. If you enjoyed this story, please leave a like and subscribe for more adventures. Until next time, remember, be kind to everyone you meet, because they might have a heart of gold, a mechanical heart, or maybe a heart that just clicks and whirs a little bit.